This speech is a little different because talking about what was not said, the first time the president came home from his first sojourn in search of medical treatment, I think was a vacation, a turned medical vacation. Yes. Then. Yeah. Quite a number of people heard him say that he's never been so sick in his life and that at some point he was going to be going back for medical treatment. He did say that it seemed like a speech that wasn't planned, something he just said of that time, thanking Nigerians for their prayers and support. Now, there's still questions, as to, because a lot of people were looking forward to perhaps hear him talk a bit more about his experience, what it was like, whether or not he will be going back. These are questions that have been on the minds of quite a number of Nigerians.
Yeah, I won't quite agree with you that first speech on March 10 was not planned. There was a text. He read from a text, so it was planned. So it was a deliberate thing to tell Nigerians that he had been very ill and that he would still go back for further treatment. Compare him on March 10 with the way he is now, particularly August 19 when he returned. There is a vast difference. There is a vast difference, and we give the glory to God. So it will be up to the president to give further insights into the state of his health and what are the things ahead. But as Nigerians, we are fervently believing God that the worst should be over in terms of health challenges.
And perhaps I should have put this question to you first. I mean, we sincerely hope that the worst is over in terms of his health challenges, but I'm sure that people will still want to hear details in terms of what precisely ailed our president.
Yes.
People will still want to hear that. But let's talk about his status right now. We did know that before he left, he handed over a letter to the National Assembly informing them of his, vacation, medical vacation, and handing power over to the vice president as acting president. What is the president's status right now? Will he assume power immediately, or do we have to wait for him to transmit another letter to the National Assembly?
Later this morning, that letter will be transmitted. And that letter is what signifies his coming back into office. It will be done today.
It will be done today, but the National Assembly is on recess.
Yes, transmitting it is what the Constitution requires. Once it is sent, he becomes president automatically. They don't have to read it and debate it. No. What the Constitution requires is for him to send it. Once it is sent, he assumes office.
So it hasn't been sent out?
It will be done this morning.
It will be done this morning?
Yes.
So, sorry if I made my asking, but in what capacity then did he address us? Did we have a president and an acting president this morning when the president did his speech to us?
It is the same day. So it's just, if we want to be legalistic, we will say it should have come after the transmission of the letter. But it's been done the same morning.
Okay, taking a look more about what was not said. Do you think the president will go out again?
Go out, travel?
Medical vacation.
Well, Alexander Pope, the poet, says hope beats eternal in the human breast. What Nigerians should hope for is that our president will remain whole, That is what we should hope for. But if there is any reason to go out, why not? You need to first stay alive before you can lead a country. So whatever it takes for a president to remain healthy should be done. But we want to hope and believe that the worst is over.
Let's go to Lagos now for some questions.
Mr. Adesina, the return of Mr. President we saw yesterday and that rousing welcome we saw from the airport and that elaborate convoy that took him from the airport to the villa seems to suggest to many that some of the problems which he did mention in his speech will be tackled as quickly as possible. Is that the case?
I believe so, as quickly, as expeditiously as possible.
So tell us then also, we did hear from him just moments ago, and his voice seems to be much stronger today and much more than what a lot of people would have expected. This is a pointer that the president's health is much, much better now. Can you tell us a little bit more about how ready he is to take on the task that he's assigned to do next. So what's the next point of action for him?
Yeah, to buttress what you have just said, you know, I was part of the team that saw the president in London on August 12th. We saw a remarkably improved president. You could imagine when he arrived on August 19, and we saw that he was even a lot better than we saw him on August 12. So it shows that it's a progression in a positive direction. We believe that that improvement will continue. And I believe he's good to go, ready to assume his office and serve Nigeria to the best of his ability.
Oh, Mr. Adesina, there's a statement credited to the president. I think he was speaking on February 2015. He was quoted to have said, "Why do I need to go on foreign medical trip if we cannot make our hospitals functional?" There was no comment about the healthcare facilities.